You can believe what happened over here, man. Real warm out there, and they came in the house. Cops came out here. Told me I was just taking out the garbage. Where you been?
Shit, man, I've been taking care of these motherfuckers.
Oh, damn.
Y'all's coming in.
Oh. Well, there we go. Good evening, race fan, and welcome to UltimateDirtTV. Tonight on the program, it is the Iracing Champions League Super Dirt Week. The big block modifieds here once again at the USA International Speedway, the longest dirt track on the Iracing.com servers for the dirt side of things. Brett Wheeler joined alongside Matty Bailey as we take a look at your qualifying results, and on screen, Austin Hunt is the man that goes quick time with a 22.733. Bryce Bailey in second, quick Alex Bergeron, Mitchell Clark and Peyton Talbot rounds out your top five. Then we go back to Mason Inman, Hayden Beerline, Coulter West, Justin Smith and Kevin Fry make up your top 10 drivers. We'll see two heat races on the program, and let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. And starting on the pole position will be Justin Smith. To the outside of the front row, it's Randy Shrees from position number 2.
Position number 3 will see the 13 car of Scott Fence to make up position number 4. To his outside, the 29, that is Mason Wells.
Andrew Hansen lines up at a position number 5, and Davney Deer lines up at a position number 6.
Position 7 will be the 28 car of Brian Belts, I think it's pronounced. The 20 from position number 7. Position number 8 will be the 19 car of Ashley Roberts.
Chris Davis for Lone Star Racing will start position number 9. Position number 10 will see Ashley Burns.
Position number 11 will see the 36 car of Trent Beeve. Position number 12 will see the 60 car of Matt Hoffman.
Ronald Griffin lines up at a position number 13, and Ryder Dan Francesco lines up at a position number 14, with Tyler Sheldon rolling off out of the 15th starting position. Matt, 15 cars scheduled to take to the racetrack. 13 of those drivers have made it. Deere and Sheldon did not make the call. 6 laps is all that is going to be here for heat race number 1. The big block modified, it's the Super Dirt Week for the Iracing Champions League.
And I reckon it's going to be a pretty cool show here tonight on the biggest dirt track on the calendar here at USA International Speedway. So here we go though, race fans. Heat race number 1, 6 on the board. Let's go racing.
Green flag is out. Justin Smith will lead the field of 13 drivers into turn number 1 and 2. Fence to maker in the 13. Looks to the inside there on the 56. That is Randy Shrees. Now, a lot of these drivers don't have big block modified points, which is very surprising, Matt, because normally, well, the big blocks, they've always got a good looking race car.
Absolutely. They've been awesome looking. We've seen some awesome looking race cars this season thus far. And, well, the 13 car gets a big push. Fence to maker locks up the front end, down the back straight away. This time into corners number 3 and 4. Scott Fence to maker lost a lot of ground on Randy Shreves in the 56 car. Down the main straight, they'll run this time, biding out 2 laps in the books. And, well, they've got 4 laps remaining here in heat race number 1 competition. Randy Shreves looking to be under siege once again from the 13 car fence to maker, and well, into turn number 3 and 4 they go this time by Brett.
Yeah, Justin Smith will get the cross flag sticks. 3 down and 3 to run. Smith leads Shreves at fence to maker. Then you go back to a bit of a gap back to Mason Wells in 4th position, followed by Andrew Hanson, who rounds out the top 5. Chris Davis runs in 6th position. Ashley Roberts and Ryder Di Francesco in 8th position. We've got a number of drivers already out to the event as we come to 2 to go for your race leader, Justin Smith, as he works down the front straightaway.
Down the main straightaway they go indeed. This time down to turns 1 and 2, Shreves. I tell you what though, got fence to maker. He's got all of the speeds right now in that race car. Absolutely trying to track down your second place, running off Randy Shreves. Into turn number 3 and 4 though they go this time by. The white flag will fly for heat race number 1, and Justin Smith is just race leader.
Well, Smith has just got a lap to go. He gets through turn number 1 and 2. Nice and easy. Smooth as a baby's bottom there on the bottom side of the racetrack. Working down the back straightaway into corners number 3. Out of turn number 4 again. Very, very smooth. Couple of lap cars coming past us here on the front straightaway, but Justin Smith will win heat race number 1. Randy Shreves home in 2nd. Scott Fenstermaker in 3rd. Mason Wells 4th. Andrew Hanson rounds out your top 5. Again, we'll wait for the rest of the cars to come across the start-finish line. Chris Davis home in position number 6. Then we'll go back to Ashley Roberts, who's going to make their way down the front straightaway. Ryder Di Francesco in position number 8. Ashley Burns 9th. Matt Hoffman 10th. Of course, a couple of drivers out of the event. Heat number 1 is on the screen. Smith, Shreves, Fenstermaker, Wells and Hanson, your top 5. Davis, Roberts, Di Francesco, Hoffman, Burns, your top 10. Beeve, Griffin, Deere, Berlitz and Sheldon, your 15 drivers. Heat number 2, Matt and Kevin Fry lines up the 4 for the Firm Motorsports from position number 1. To the outside, it's Christopher Clute, position number 2.
Justin Edwards line up the 55 car from position number 3. To his outside, the LGR Motorsports number 6. That's Trace Olsen.
Josh Secor lines up the 18 from position number 5. And Austin Edson, the 76 from position number 6.
This is going to be a good one. William Barfenth. It's a bit of a...
Barnfleff.
Okay, Barnfleff. Okay, that's a good one. We'll go with that. Car 31 will start from 7 with Keith Bowman, in the 66 will start from 8.
Garen Brimmer lines up at a position number 9, and Chad Johnson will start position number 10.
Position number 11 will see the 35 car of Gavin Manning to his outside. The 15 car hails all the way from Canada. That's Dan Lavalley. Corey
Bequeath lines up at a position 13, and Heather Justice lining up at a position number 14. We're set for a start this time by, it's going to be Kevin Fry leading us down out of turn number 4. Pace car is in. We are green. 6 laps on the ball. Heat race number 2. The Iracing Champions League works their way through turn number 1 and 2. Kevin Fry looks good. Uses somewhat of a mini cutback line. Then you go back to Christopher Clune running back there in the 2nd position.
Through turns number 3 and out of turn number 4 this time by Kevin Fry driving the Firm Motorsports 2-1 designs number 21K. The Texan down the main straightaway into turns number 1 and 2 this time by. Then you go back to Christopher Clute back there in the 517 in position number 2 at the moment. Then you've got Justin Edwards rounding out your top 3 at the moment. The LGR Motorsports down to turn number 3 and 4. Sorry, that's Trace Olsen in the 8 car. Edwards in the 55. My bad. Out of turn number 4 this time by. They'll cross the stripe now with 4 to run.
4 to run. You're watching Trace Olsen on screen trying to track down Christopher Clute in the 517. But as Olsen tries to track him down, he's got some company with Justin Edwards in the 55. Showing the big game tree stands 55 entry. But I tell you what, that Pate livery, that's had a fair few drivers in that one. The likes of David Grabble, Sammy Swindell, a couple of drivers come to mind.
Absolutely. Down the main straightaway they'll run this time by into turns number 1 and 2. Fry still leads them. The Texan all over it at the moment. It's the Kevin Fry show down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4 this time by. They'll see the popsicle sticks as they'll cross the stripe this time by. They'll have 2 laps left to run as they come out of turn number 4 down the main straightaway. They cross the stripe. They see the 2 to go signal. Here comes Trace Olsen looking to the back to the inside, of the 517 car, Christopher Clute. They'll run down the back chute this time by Brett into turn number 3 and 4.
Well, I guess you could say Kevin Fry, he's cooking up a storm out in front in the number 4 machine. It's still Christopher Clute running in second position. Here comes Trace Olsen. They come to the white flag. 1 lap left to run. Heat race number 2. Who's going to the big show? Who's going to the B main? White flag is out. Matt, final time down the back straightaway.
Absolutely. Down the back straightaway. It's all Kevin Fry. Into turn number 3 and 4. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where it counts right now for the final transfer spot. Into turn number 3 and 4. Fry wins heat race number 2. Christopher Clute second. Trace Olsen third. And Justin Edwards would come home in position number 4. Wow, wowee. A good heat race there for heat race number 2. And we'll take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV results here for heat race number 2 on the screen right now. There it is, Kevin Fry, Christopher Clute, Trace Olsen. Then go back to Justin Edwards, Josh Secor, Gavin Manning, Garen Brimmer. And then go back to Edson, Keith Bowman, Chad Johnson, William Fleth, Dan Lavalley, Corey Burquest, and Heather Justice not making the call in that one. Brett, we're going to take a look at your consolation race here on the racetrack.
Yeah, there is 23 starters in tonight's consolation race. Let's take a look. Mason Wells starts up alongside Justin Edwards in row number 1.
Then you go back to row number 2, Andrew Hansen in the 22, and Josh Secor in the 18 from 4.
Chris Davis will start out of position 5, Gavin Manning from position number 6.
We go back to row 4, Ashley Robertson in the 19, and Garen Brimmer in the 2 from 8.
Ryder D. Francesco lines up at a position number 9, and Austin Edson lines up from position number 10.
We go back to position number 11 with the 60 car of Matt Hoffman, and go back to position number 12 with the 66 car, that is Chad Bowman.
Ashley Burns lines up at a position number 13, Chad Johnson from position number 14.
Position 15, Trent Beeve in the 36 car to his outside, the 31 car, that is William Barnfeth.
Ronald Griffin lines up at a position 17. Dan Lavalley at a position 18.
Position 19, Davini Deer, I think it's pronounced. In the 16 car will start from 19. And Corey Burquest from position number 20.
Brian Billets, Heather Justice, 21, 22. Tyler Sheldon, position number 23 and 24. That is your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. 6 laps on the board. Matt, top 7 is the magic number. Green flag is out. We're racing here in tonight's consolation race.
Absolutely. Down to turns number 1 and 2. Mason Wells, your early race leader, side by side. Here comes Edwards, though. The big game tree stands. Number 55 machine. Down the back chute. They run into turn number 3 and 4. We've got one car upside down on the back straight away. Into turn number 3 and 4. There they go. Here comes Andrew Hansen in the 22 car. We got all sorts of strife. Out of turn number 4, though, Brett, they cross the stripe. 1 lap in the books.
Oh my, 3 and 4 wide down into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, look out, things are going to get very tight out of turn 2 and down the back straightaway. What a job by all the drivers. They made a bit of contact, but very well done to not send each other around. 2 laps into tonight's 6-lap consolation race. The top 7, and this is the battle for the transfer position. Brimmer comes together there with Trent Beeve. And have a look, Gavin Manning in the 35 in the Bass Pro Shop, right in that final transfer position.
Down to corners number 3 and 4, they'll go this time by Justin Edwards is your race leader, though, in the 55 machine. Gavin Manning in the 35 car, meanwhile, running in the 7th position at the moment. He's on the bubble to get into tonight's A-main. Meanwhile, they've got 3 laps left to run into turn number 3 and 4. They head down the back straight away. Entering turn number 3 and exiting turn number 4 this time. By the said the popsicle sticks are out. Brett, 2 to run.
Hey, Justin Edwards has got 0.8 of a second lead over Mason Wells in second. Andrew Hansen in third, who is battling now with Mason Wells. Here they work down the back straight away. Hansen, Wells, wheel to wheel. Hansen in the 2 machine. Then you go back to Wells in the 111. Right now, white flag is out. Final time. Matt, think of it this way, whoever finishes second, I'm pretty sure is going to start on the pole of tonight's main event.
I think you might be right, mate. Yeah, that's definitely right. So Justin Edwards is currently leading into turn number 3 and 4, and he'll see the checkered flag out of turn number 4 this time by Andrew Hansen. Will come home in second. Edwards will cross the line home first. Hansen second. Wells third. You're back to Chad Johnson in position 4. Ashley Robertson 5. Chris Davis in position 6. And Gavin Manning running out your top 7 transferees into tonight's A main. We'll take a look at your official results though here on screen very shortly as the session will get set to roll over. There it is. Edwards over Hansen, Wells, Johnson, Roberts, Davis, Manning is your top 7. So 7 cars going through to tonight's A main. And we'll look back in the pack as well. We'll look at your victims here tonight. William Barnfleth. Then you back to Keith Bowman. Trent Beeve, Ryder D. Francesco, Garen Brimmer, Josh Secor, Austin Edson, Matt Hoffman, Ashley Burns, Ronald Griffin, and Dan Lavalley running out your 18 cars in tonight's B main. Well, Brett, I don't think we're going to go to a break because we've got probably about 20 seconds before we go into our A main here tonight. But hey, nonetheless, good racing so far for the big block modifieds.
Yeah, and we'll see probably a competition caution come out at around the halfway stage of tonight's main event, just so everybody can sort of get back up in a group, because this big long track, as you see the drag strip there, that's not a bad shot. I like that. Jesus, yeah. These cameras are pretty good, but yeah, just sort of getting off track to what I was saying here. You will see a competition caution come out and just close the gap on everybody and try and make the racing like we see every time we come to the Iracing Champions League. It really is second to none. Righto, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. And let's go from back to front, Matt.
From position number 21, he drives car 35. That is Gavin Manning. Position number 20, we'll see the 10 car of Chris Davis. Position 19, the 19 car of Ashley Roberts.
Chad Johnson will start out of position number 18, and Mason Wells will start position number 17.
Position 16 for Sofa King Fast Sim Sports. That is the 22 of Andrew Hansen. Position 15 with a 55 car for Big Game Tree Stands. It's Justin Edwards.
LGR Motorsports, Trace Olsen will start position number 14 to the inside at a position 13. Driving car 13, that is Scott Fenstermaker.
Position number 12, we'll see the 3 car of Christopher Clute to his inside for LGR Motorsports, the 56 of Randy Shreves.
Position number 10 for the Firm Motorsports, it's Kevin Fry to the inside in the Smith Racing Inc. Number 45, it's Justin Smith.
Position number 8, we'll see the 8 car of Austin Hunter. Position number 7, the 25 of Bryce Bailey.
Alex Bergeron out of position number 6, and Mitchell Clark lining up out of position number 5.
Position number 4, we'll see Peyton Talbot, I think Talbot, is in the 27 car from position number 4, and Mason Inman will start the 14 from 3. And
your front row for tonight's main event, Aidan Beerline starts out of position number 2, and Coulter West lines up on the pole position. That's a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. 52 laps, Matt, around USA. 50 green flag laps, and of course, we'll have the competition caution coming out. Here we go. We're set for a start. 52 laps. The Iracing Champions League Super Dirt Series. We are green here at USA.
As we go green down to 1 and 2, Coulter West in the LGR Motorsports 10C will lead us down the back straight away for the first time into corners number 3 and 4. Mason Inman looking there on screen in the 20 machine. Through turns 3 and 4, Peyton Talbot looking back in position number 3 at the moment for Alex Bergeron. In the Pit Logic Cap CSI Shocks Team ABR Esports, number 12. Running back there in position number 4 at the moment. Mitchell Clark gets on through in the 0. Now looking for further positions at the moment down to turns 3 and 4. This time by Brett Coulter West, your race leader.
Keep it on the 0, the Track Tech 0 machine of Mitchell Clark. Rolling the bottom side. He's in position number 5 right now. Look at him. You're for second on back. You've got 2x2 racing. Now we're going to go 3 wide. Inman to the outside there on the 14 of Talbot. That's your top 3. Again, Mitchell Clark, Austin Hunter, driver sitting in 5th and 6th position. Then you go back to Bryce Bailey. Bryce Bailey, a very, very handy modified driver.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's been doing very well every time I've seen him out on the racetrack in car number 25. And, well, nonetheless, awesome racing as Austin Hunter cops a bit of concrete in turn number 1 and 2 there. We go back to Mitchell Clark right now and the 2 machine on point in turn number 3 and 4. This time by out of turn number 4. It's a race on for the lead though. Down the main straightaway. Talbot looking to take the race lead with a slide job in turns 1 and 2. Gets it done and well. We got a big crash. 2 cars go upside down violently in turn 1 and 2. And we won't have a yellow just yet on the racetrack. We stay green though. Brett out of turn number 4. Talbot now leading.
A tough break there for Mason Inman and also Bryce Bailey. A couple of drivers just catching the cushion. You see the 21 of Kevin Fry. He started 10th. He's at a +5 and sitting in 5th position. How about Trace Olsen from 14th to 8 +6? But you go back a little further. Chad Johnson started 18th and he's in 11th spot. That is +7. So a couple of drivers. Even Chris Davis from 20th up to position 14 +6. So early stages of this main event, Matt, and we are starting to see some drivers make some moves. Coulter West in the 10C machine into the concrete wall. And oh boy, let me tell you boys, the wall doesn't move.
That is absolutely correct. And that now puts Alex Bergeron up into position number 2 right now on the speedway. Mitchell Clark looking to track down 3-time world sprint car champion of Alex Bergeron for Team ABR Esports. Down to 1 and 2 they go. Here comes Kevin Fry, the Firm Motorsports 2-1 designs. Number 21, K down the back straight away. Into turn number 3 and 4 they go. This time by Clark. Runs the top side through on the in turn number 3 and 4. Down the main straight they run. You see that nasty bump though. Out of turn number 3 and 4 though, Brett.
Yeah, those bumps something that these drivers have to contend with throughout the course of this 50-lap main event. Peyton Talbot, you're still your race leader. You're watching Fry and Hunter on screen. Then we go back to Coulter West, who'd led a handful of laps in tonight's main event before, unfortunately, disaster struck. Trace Olsen in the 8 machine back there with Justin Smith in the 45, Christopher Clute and Bryce Bailey. Bryce Bailey, after going upside down, still sitting in the 10th position in that 2B machine. Matt, 10 down, 42 to go, or essentially 8 down and 42 to go.
Absolutely. So it is a very long race around here at the USA International Speedway. I think it's needless to say, Brett, is this one of the biggest, one of the longest races we've called here at USA?
Yes, by far. I can put it this way, Matt. Since this track is 0.75 miles in distance, over the course of 50 laps, that is 37.5 miles.
Yeah, it's a very long race. We've seen these guys in real life as well with big block modifieds do in excess of 100 laps around some speedways, and I think that's just craziness to see a 100-lap race. You know, you go back to old days in Speedway, Brett, where we used to have 100-lap speed car races around the Westmead Speedway, and well, we focus our eyes here tonight at the USA International Speedway. We're now we're working lap number 13 of 52. And what a way. Coulter West again. Mate, the wall doesn't move.
I don't know how many times we can say it, Matt. Each and every time we come live here on Ultimate TV, we tell these drivers that the walls don't move. How many times do we have to tell you? Some drivers, mate, you can't actually park there, and still they try to knock down the concrete wall. In fact, I've actually got some rallycross videos going up over the next couple of days, mate. I spent a couple hours this morning doing some rallycross and doing some recordings. Even I didn't listen, Matt, and I know the walls don't move, and I'm co-owner of the Power Plus presentation.
And mate, also I fell into that last night. You know, unfortunately at the Kokomo Speedway, we had a bit of an upsy daisy with the sprint car, and well, unfortunately, duty calls. So, yep,
Now look,
was
Trace,
all over like
Trace.
that. Austin Hunter again.
That's Trace Olsen.
Oh, Trace Olsen. Sorry,
Silly
My
sausage. Mate, you can't park there, and the walls still don't move. Tell you what, the catch fence has done a pretty good job so far keeping these guys on the racetrack.
Absolutely. I tell you what, it's all about having some fun here on Ultimate Dirt TV, race fans. If you're not having fun, you haven't got any blood. That's how it rolls. Peyton Talbot, still your race leader, though. We go back to Alex Bergeron, Austin Hunter, Mitchell Clark, Kevin Fry, and Bryce Bailey up into position number 6 on the speedway. Meanwhile, looking back up further, Clark still in position number 4, trying to track down Austin Hunter in the 8 machine. So we've got 2 cars looking pretty much the same out there tonight, I think, Brett, between Olsen and Hunter out there. Well, just a bit of a different paint scheme, though. So we go to turn number 4, Brett Talbot, your race leader.
Talbot continues to lead the way, and he's done so, I want to say, for the last probably 10 to 12 laps after taking the race lead from, who was it out in front? Coulter West, I think it might have been, in the 10 machine. Good run so far for Mitchell Clark, one of the only Aussie that we know of in this field. I got to say, Matt, he's flying the Aussie flag, and well, I'm not trying to be biased or anything, but I'm going to secretly cheer him on.
I would too. In all honesty, he does a fantastic job every time we see him on the racetrack. Mitchell Clark in that track tech, number 0 car. So good to have him on the racetrack tonight. So Austin Hunter leading it into, in position 3 at the moment, out of turn number 4. And now I'm working lap number 20 of 52. Next time around the speedway. So this time around the speedway, Peyton Talbot still your race leader. Bergeron, there he is on screen just briefly. So these guys, not much in it, Brett. Only few tenths in it, I would say, around the speedway. A couple of seconds in it between your race leader and second, and then go about 1.7 back to third.
2 seconds between Talbot and second place driver, the 12 of Bergeron. That's 2 seconds, and then there is a 2.4 second gap from second back to Austin Hunter, and then between Austin Hunter and Mitchell Clark, you were looking at 0.2 of a second. But the gap from Mitchell Clark in 4th back to Kevin Fry in 5th is closing in on 4 seconds. Closest battle on screen at the moment, you see Austin Hunter in the pink and white number 8 machine. Here comes Mitchell Clark. Matt, I wonder how long. I've never seen a big block race here at USA. I wonder how good the top will be. I wonder when the bottom sub will come back in, because so many times throughout the course of a long race, whether you go to Knoxville, Charlotte, Eldora, there are multiple different lines in big block modified. I wonder what we're going to see. And we're closing in, Matt, about 2-3 laps away from our competition caution.
That's exactly right, mate. So, yeah, I reckon I'll second that motion too, Brett. I wonder how the racetrack would hold up with a 52 lapper around here. I reckon it's going to be pretty slick in a few laps. Or probably about there is our competition caution as the yellow flag will come out. Just back to what we're talking about, Brett, I reckon this racetrack is going to be absolutely slick from top to bottom.
It's already getting there. Just have a look at it. There's still a fair bit of moisture out of turn 2, just there where we see your race leader, the 14 of Peyton Talbot. Hang on, we'll take a look at the chopper cam. This will give us a real good insight as to where the moisture is. There's still a fair bit of moisture halfway up the racetrack through turn number 3 and 4. You can see your race leader just sort of rolling. It's got those right side tyres in the slick. Matt, the bumps on the straightaway here at USA, we know how dangerous they can be in sprint car racing. I wonder how much it affects these cars in the big block modifieds. Compared to 3 and 4, Matt, the top in 1 and 2 is a lot thinner. It's a lot narrower, especially right there.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. It's I reckon it would still affect these cars just as much as it would a sprint car. Obviously, these cars, an enclosed race car, but hey, at the end of the day, anything can upset a race car, as we would see on the racetrack. And looking at the rear of these cars, Alex Bergeron back there in position number 2. I reckon, what do you reckon, Brett? I reckon he's going to have a pretty good crack at getting first here tonight. I
think he's a good shot. Again, maybe just saving the equipment for later on in the race. We wait for the lights to go out on the Iracing.com safety car. That indeed they do. Around the venue, we're set for a restart. The field will double up into rows of 2 by 2. Matt, Peyton Talbot, he's led the majority of the first half of this main event. We're still got 26 laps to go when we go back to green.
That we do. And, well, We will go back to the green flag this time by. Out of turn number 4, Peyton Talbot will get set to lead us away. Out of turn number 4, the second half of tonight's A-Main set to resume. Out of turn number 4, we go back to racing.
Green flag is back out. Talbot once again the 14. Keep an eye on Austin Hunter. Here comes Bryce Bailey. Going to make it 3 wide down into turn number 1 and 2. Mitchell Clark getting shuffled back. Here comes Kevin Fry in the 21 machine trying to break back up into the top 5 positions. And have a look at the crinkled up race car. Bryce Bailey in that 2B machine. But I'll tell you what, he's making it work, Matt.
Absolutely, yeah. A lot of damage on the 2 machine of Bryce Bailey. And, well, we go back down to turns 1 and 2. Mitchell Clark kept the car nice and clean through turns 1 and 2. Very smooth on the bottom side. Into turn number 3 and 4, though. Bergeron still up there in second at the moment. Only a couple of tenths in as they go down the main straightaway. As they head down the main straightaway. Pretty long straightaways here at USA. Hunter goes to the top side in turns 1 and 2, though. Bergeron on the cushion down the back chute this time by Brett. Well, it's not over yet.
Not over by a long way. Matty Bailey, Austin Hunter working to the inside, down into 3 and 4. Another lap in the books there for Peyton Talbot, your race leader, who again has just been so smooth and consistent here at the USA International Speedway. We continue to tick away laps for the Iracing Champions League Super Dirt Week here at USA International Speedway. What is essentially, Matt, night number 2 here at USA, where last night, I'm trying to think who went to victory lane. It was a newcomer. I'd have to go back and have a look at the results.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, Hunter copped again the concrete. And as we've said multiple times here tonight already, the walls do not move. This is going to be a good one, Brett, because I reckon we're probably going to be saying it another 30,000 times throughout this race.
30,000?
There is Trace Olsen.
31,000.
There you go, 31,000. So Trace Olsen back there in position number 10 right now, fighting with Aiden Beeline on the speedway. Beeline driving the 13A car. That is the black and white and red machine on the bottom side of the speedway through turns number 3 and 4. They'll negotiate this time by. And, well, out of turn number 4, Brett, it's still Peyton Talbot, your race leader.
Can confirm, going back to last night, Barrett Bishop is now officially an iRacing Champions League winner. So it was Barrett Bishop who went to victory lane last night, but he's not in the field tonight. And, well, can we see Peyton Talbot? Can we see him etch his name into the iRacing Champions League history books?
Absolutely. We'll guess we'll find out in, what did we got, about 20... Oh, it's going to be a tough one. I'm trying to get it. What have we got, about 18 to go?
19. I'm going to give you that one because once we complete this lap, it'll be 18. In fact, it's just rolled over to 18. So, Matt Bailey, I'm going to give you that one. Survey says you're correct.
Very good. I was not far off. There we go. Well, I was on the hammer on the first point, but anyway. We go back down to 1 and 2, though. This time, Brian Olsen caught the wall again in 1 and 2. There is Justin Edwards in the big game tree stands, number 55. Down to turn number 3 and 4. They'll go this time by. Down the main straightaway, another lap in the books. Now 16 to run for your race leader of Peyton Talbot.
Oh, Talbot's still your race leader. There is Trace Olsen battling with the 45 of Justin Smith and Justin Edwards. This is your battle. 7, 8, and 9 on screen. Coming to 15. In fact, it'll be 16 to go as we work down the front straighter this time by. And coming to 15 next time. And your race leader is still Peyton Talbot, but he's got the 12 closing in on his heels.
That he does. The 12 machine of Alex Bergeron. We saw him do it last night at Cedar Lake Speedway. We came from 5th position and won the race. I tell you what, this guy would be on a mission right now. In the Pit Logic App CSI Shocks, number 12 machine for Team ABR Esports. I tell you what, Brett, with the way this guy drives, with the speed he's got in that race car, he's not a 3-time world champion for no reason.
Yeah, well, we'll see if Peyton Talbot can hold on to a memorable victory here at USA International Speedway. I wonder how much practice these guys have had here at USA, especially in big block modified competition. Matt, I know the officials this week. I'm pretty sure they're at Wii Sport.
I had a feared you were going to do that. But yes, they are at Weed Sport this week. So I'm pretty sure they are anyway. I'll have to have a look. So Talbot leads us down the back chute into turn number 3 and 4. This time by out of turn number 4. They'll have 12 laps to go. As they cross the stripe now, Talbot leads us down to 1 and 2. Once again, Bergeron still hot on the heels of the 14 car. So it's the 14 versus the 12 down the back chute. Austin Hunter, a long way back in position number 3 right now. Into turn number 3 and 4 they'll go this time by down the main straightaway. And well, Brett, 11 to go.
Ah, you're correct. Well done. 11 to go. Talbot in the 14. 10 and a half to go. This working at the back straightaway. He's got, I want to say that's Chris Davis in front of him, who's going to be put a lap down at just 10 more circuits around USA. Matt, still a fair bit of racing to go though in those 10 laps.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. And, well, as we know, this is the biggest track on the iRacing calendar, so it is going still a bit of a ways to go for these guys. Obviously, they would have had the chance to put a lot of fuel in these race cars to do the 52 laps around this circuit. So Talbot still leads us down to 1 and 2 they go once again. Bergeron trying to do everything to close the gap even more on the 14 car. The Canadian, what's he got left in the tank? In the Team ABR Esports, number 12. And you go back up to Peyton Talbot, in the 14 car, your race leader down the main straight. They'll run this time into turn number 1 and 2. And the slider line is in effect here, Brett. The 14 car versus the 12. It's all on like Donkey Kong.
Certainly is. Again, we continue to tick laps away here at USA International Speedway, the iRacing Champions League Super Dirt Week. Again, the longest track on the iRacing.com service. What is lap 45 completed on the ticker? Lap 43 without the yellow flag that we had, which means there is just 7 laps to go. And we're closing in on Aiden Beerline, the lap car, in 12th position. Matt, I dare say these guys are going to get to him, but it's a case of, well, what kind of role will Aiden Beerline play for the guy that has been teaching him a lot in the sprint cars?
Yeah, absolutely. And, well, it's sort of say a bit of a mentor for Aiden Beerline has Alex Bergeron been. So we'll see what happens if they do happen to track down the 13A machine of Aiden Beerline as he's pulling off the racetrack. So does the right thing, does the 13A machine of Aiden Beerline, lets the leaders past and pulls off the racing surface. So we go back down the back straightaway once again into turn number 3 and 4, and ever so close. Hot on the heels right now is a 12 car of Bergeron. They pull side by side out of turn number 4. Down the main straightaway, but Peyton Talbot still leads the race. Down to turns number 1 and 2 they go once again. They're closing in. Next time around the speedway with 3 to go. This time down the back chute. Into turn number 3 and 4, Brett. They're going to see 3 laps left to run this time by.
Well, it's still Peyton Talbot. And I mean, why would you want to look anywhere else, Matt, when you've got 2 cars that is within 0.3 of a second coming to what is now 2.5 laps remaining for night number 2 of the Super Dirt Week for the iRacing Champions League. Matt, the popsicle sticks are out. We're staying green. The next flag we'll see in a lap's time. 3/4 of a mile. There's 1.5 miles to go. Will be the white and then the checkered.
Absolutely. We are set to look at the white flag. as they'll come down the back straight this time by into turn number 3 and 4. The Rocket Racing setups. HAR sponsored number 14 of Peyton Talbot. Down the main straightaway they run with a white flag now flying. Talbot leads us through turns 1 and 2. Alex Bergeron is going to throw absolutely everything at this. Down the back straightaway for the final time into turn number 3 and 4. How about it, race fans? A memorable victory for the 14-ish and Peyton Talbot crosses the line. Home in position number 1. Home in second goes to Alex Bergeron. Position number 3 goes to Austin Hunter as he comes out of turn number 4 and crosses the stripe. Kevin Fry home in 4th. These guys start crossing the stripe now for official placings. And well, Brett, what a good finish to tonight's A-Main.
Certainly was. Congratulations to Peyton Talbot. As you said, a memorable victory in the number 14 machine. What a way to stun the competition here at USA and take out night number 2 of the Super Dirt Week. Big Block Modified Series here with the iRacing Champions League. He puts his name into the history books as an official iRacing Champions League feature winner. Peyton Talbot grabs the twin checkers. Bergeron home in second. Austin Hunter completes the podium. Kevin Fry home in position at number 4. Coulter West rounds out your top 5, followed by Trace Olsen in 6. Christopher Clute 7. Mitchell Clark 8. Chris Davis 9. And Aiden Beeline rounds out your top 10.
As we look at your back half now, position number 11 goes to Justin Edwards in the 55. Then go back to Justin Smith, Bryce Bailey in 13th. Andrew Hansen 14th. Pardon me. Got Fenstermaker in 15th. Chad Johnson in 16th. Mason Wells 17th. Mason Inman 18th. Randy Shreves 19th. Ashley Roberts in 20th. And Gavin Manning running out your 21 car field here tonight. Well, Brett, I'm not sure if we're going to have your top 3, but if we do, we're going to head down to Victory Lane.
No, I don't think we are, seeing as though the drivers are not in the Discord. So we're going to wrap things up here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Again, don't forget to check out the iRacing Champions League on their social media page. You can keep up to date with all of what's going on their website. It's iracingchampions.com. Keep up to date with their schedule and everything's going on. In fact, Matt, I'm going to send you down and chat to our runner-up here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. So, well, home in position number 2 tonight. We don't have a winner, but we're going to chat to Alex Bergeron. Alex, mate, we had a chat last night after you took out the win in the Pro Late Models at Cedar Lake Speedway. But, mate, hey, one of the biggest tracks on the iRacing calendar, 52 laps, mate. How did that play out for you?
Not too well. We had a good run there, but, we came from 6th and got ourselves up front, but just didn't seem to find another line to be able to go around Peyton there, and I don't know what else we could have done. I think I have to move him out of the way, but I'm not like that, so we're gonna get second tonight.
Well, mate, another stellar drive as we always say. But mate, hey, good luck with the upcoming Water of Outlaws iRacing Sprint Car Championship season coming up very soon. And mate, hopefully we'll see you back Sunday for the John Sykes Memorial Race, mate. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, Matt. I'm very excited, and hopefully we can get a good result. But I got to thank all my partners, of course, and everyone that supports me, and my team, of course, and yes, for broadcasting, doing an awesome job as always. And thankful to be the champion of this Iracing Champions League Super Dirt Week series. So hopefully we can get another one very soon.
Well, mate, well done, and we'll see you back soon. Well done, Alex. Well, Brett, it looks like we have Kevin Fry in the waiting room, so I'm going to let you have a chat with him, mate.
I don't really feel like it. He finished 4th.
Oh, he did too, didn't he?
Yes.
Don't know why he's in here then.
Well, I was thinking maybe hard charger, but then I'm looking at the field and Chris Davis got that. So, anyhow, we'll wrap things up here on Ultimate TV again. Matt, thank you for your time here. I know you just come off doing the John Sykes Memorial Race night number 3. You get to take, I was going to say you get to take a night off or a day off tomorrow, but I think you're still doing Apex tomorrow. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yes. So we head to, I'm not sure what track we head to tomorrow, but yeah, we'll be live on air at 1:30 p.m. Australia time, and here in Australia for the Apex Window City and Glass 410 Wing Sprint Car Series.
Let me tell you where you are at for the 410s. What's tomorrow's date for us? Good luck, Matthew Bailey. You are at Fairbury.
One of my favourite tracks.
Yeah, let's go with that one. Anyhow, that'll do it for us here on UltimateDirtTV. Again, big thank you to the team at the Iracing Champions League for putting on these events and, of course, allowing us here at UltimateDirtTV to broadcast these wonderful races. Until then, thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to your race fans that have tuned in live across the social media pages. Thanks to Matt Bailey. I'm Brett Wheeler. We say farewell. Good night.